on that side.
So
My father got in the car, I got in the car. It was old 29 or, no, I believe it was 1916, 14. It was a brass radiator.
Yeah.
And I got in the car with him, he was driving, we come out of there, and he made a right turn, and he decided he wanted to go back the other way. Well, there wasn't no street cut through there then, but at the bottom of the hill, he turned right around, made a U-turn, and there comes this big double-header streetcar down the hill, and he couldn't stop. And he hit us, turned us over, and the top flew off like you opened a tin can. and we both walked right out. Like nothing happened. I never will forget that. Love it.
How old were you then, Dad?
Oh, I don't know.
14?
No, 14.
How old were you?
I don't know.
Well, that was 1914 car. You were pretty, an automobile. You were pretty young then, I guess.
Oh yeah, I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's the Laundra.
All right.
You used to be nice.
Yeah, so I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe close to 30.
Yeah.
You can't touch my bed or I'll touch
Didn't you live down a place, Audrey lived down a place called Kirby Lane or something?
Yeah.
Well, whereabouts was that? Down
609
Southern?
Kirby Lane.
Is that down, huh?
Kirby Lane, that's right off Edmondson Avenue.
Off of Edmondson
Yeah.
Avenue, yeah.
Not keeping glasses on, you know.
Yeah.
He said, you're going too fast. All that wind coming in got in his eyes and made his eyes sore.
Wow.
So you were a hot rod
Yeah.
motorcycle driver.
What kind of motorcycle was that?
Huh?
What kind of motorcycle was that? An old Indian?
Pop used to have a motorcycle.
What kind of, let's see. Well, I had a couple of them. I had an Indian. I had a Harley. This was a different one. It was a... No, I believe it was a Harley. A Harley with a sidecar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember the old Indian was an old motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, well, years ago. That's when I was about 9 to 10 years old. Yeah, my father, first he started me off with a billy goat.
A billy?
90 goat, where they call it.
Pulling a cart?
Oh, no.
Just
well,
a goat?
I did have a little cart for him, too.
Yeah.
That's when I got a little older, that's when he got me some ponies.
I see.
Then he got me two ponies, Molly and Dolly.
Molly and Dolly.
Molly and Dolly. And my father, he built a wagon, and we had a sulky, we had a sleigh to take them out in the sleigh.
Is that right?
Yeah. Had a sleigh, had a wagon, had a sulky with fringes around the top.
Yeah. Where were you living at this time?
On Mount Street.
Mount?
Oh yeah, that's when I was only about 12 years old.
Mount Street.
Yeah, between 8 and 12 years old then.
Yeah.
Now your father, what kind of business was he in?
He was a carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
Yeah, cabinet maker.
Cabinet.
He had a place of his own.
He did?
Yeah, but the place burnt down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, didn't have no insurance and put him out of business.
Oh.
So he went back to work with his people he worked with before.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, he could do anything in woodwork.
I know. I remember there on Homewood Avenue, he made, analysis apartment, he made...
Bushwood Black. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the bookstore, looking for a book.
You
with
couldn't turn
face
down
tapes,
them. If you wanted to depend on strictly white people, why,
See, it doesn't
you
work.
couldn't make a living so good.
Yeah.
So every little bit helps. So I picked up anything he hailed me.
Now, Uncle George, when they held you up, did they have guns sometimes? Yeah.
couple of them had knives across my throat.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah.
You told me one time that someone told you to get out of the cab, put your hands up, and run. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was down by the wharves, down in Canton. Don't you know that was a soldier?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was a soldier at Fort Hollenberg.
Oh, that's
But
awful.
they didn't catch him right away, but they caught him about 3 years later.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's another incident. And then when he passed me, he took the car and all. He said, run up that road. And I started running. He passed me and sparks and all was coming out of the exhaust pipe. And then he shot his gun in the air. I said, oh, dear Lord. So finally I went up to a man, must have been some kind of refinery or something, or storage place. And the night watchman, I got him to call the police. And that's so the way it is, they pick this fellow up on suspicion. And the police sergeant says, I believe it's a soldier in this Fort Hollenberg.
Yeah?
They went in the back, he wouldn't go through the gate where he had to be recognized to go in.
Mm-hmm.
He go down the back and jump over the wire fence.
Oh, yeah?
So this lieutenant said, there's somebody in this fort is doing that.
Yeah.
So I must have not been the only one.
Oh.
So all footprints back there where I jumped over the fence and went in there. And this lieutenant got some officials, wait a minute, sweetie. Got some officials to get the word from the police to go through the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
On account of they claimed they thought he just came in there.
Yeah.
So I felt sorry. I went all through those barracks down there, and 9 out of 10 was asleep. And I woke up and they all looked grouchy. I woke up, must have only been in there for a couple hours sleep.
Yeah.
They woke them out all asleep.
Yeah.
So about 3 years later, 3 months later, they come up and knock on my door, the plainclothesmen. And they says, well, we got the man that held you up. We want you to come down, identify and pick him out. I said, you got him, don't bother me no more. I said, I forgot all about that. And I said, that's done past and I'm about through my mind. I don't want no more parts of it. You know what he said to me? He said, you want to get your coat, you want me to take you the way you are. Take me out, take it down to the line though.
Is that right?
Yeah. So you want to get a coat to put on, you want to go the way you are.
Like you were the one that did
Yeah, like I was the one doing it. So I went down to the police headquarters, and they had a line up. And this is 3 months later.
Mm.
So this lieutenant, he said to me, he said, now pick out the man that held you up. So I pick out this man when it come out, when he said, pick out the number, you know.
Yeah.
Number 5 or 4, wherever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I picked him out. And so that police lieutenant said, you got a very good memory. I said, why? I said, well, how you know that's the same man that held me up? He said, we know it's the man that held you up because we got your identification, your driver's license and all that in his room.
Is that right?
That's how dumb he was. He was in the soldier uniform,
Yeah.
and had a small room
Yeah.
on Baltimore Street down near the Honky Tonky place, you know.
Yeah.
Down there. So he had a small room. He used to come in as a soldier and go out with civilian clothes, all sporty
Yeah. Yeah.
and dressed like a sport.
Yeah.
So he was in civilian clothes when I picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was
Down there.
I drove it down to Norfolk.
With Audrey, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You got the.
And I come back on the old Bay line.
Yeah. You like that?
Oh man, that's one trip I never will forget.
Audrey said you slept in your life jacket.
The first time I was there on a big boat, you know, like
Yeah,
that. And hung in the bed, you know,
Uh-huh.
and I'd have my jacket on a hanger on the wall.
Uh-huh.
And I see that jacket went like this, the boat rocking, and I thought, oh dear Lord, if I ever get off of this. First time I've ever done anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what I was referring to, remember, I think you took it to the cab company and put all upholstery in there? Red upholstery, you remember that?
Yeah, had the seats redone, fixed up the inside of the car.
Yeah.
But
In the car before you went to Norfolk, I think
you mean for the private car?
yeah,
Yeah,
right, yeah,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. I drove it down there and come back on that boat.
yeah, right.
Man, I used to play cards a lot.
Right in.
Get done with work, business would drop off, we'd go up. I used to belong to this club, Bunnies.
Bunnies?
Bunnies.
Yeah.
There used to be a couple doors above the cab company.
Uh-huh.
And used to park on a lot and then go in Bunnies and play cards. He had a pool room. And then the basement had tables with cards. Everybody wanted to play cards. So I used to play in there a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I used to come down on Homewood Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's one of the famous markets in the United States.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Electric Market.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
see any shows in the Hippodrome?
Did I see? Yeah, I saw Frank Sinatra when he first got his start singing.
Is that right? Yeah.
With some orchestra, I forget what orchestra it was. My mother used to take me down there every week.
Yeah?
Every week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They always had, that's what they had at stage shows, didn't they?
Yeah, stage shows.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra and his the orchestra he was singing
Yeah.
in, that's where he got his start.
I remember Audrey went in there and got autographs from the Ink Spots when they played there.
Yeah.
And she took those pictures home with her to her grandfather. He said, "Get them pictures out of here, Lord." You know, the only stage show I remember seeing there was a dog show. They had dogs in there, and they were building a brick house, like, you know. They would walk on their hind legs all the time.
Yeah.
You call that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they had, that was my mother used to take me down there. Then, it cost $0.25 to get in. The body walk close, that was matinee, you know.
Yeah.
Just $0.25 piece to get in.
Yeah.
What was the store called that Mom worked in? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
So, some kind of popcorn or something, Dad?
Yeah, it
Didn't you
was,
say
yeah.
it was?
Tasty corn. Tasty corn.
Tasty corn?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
They used to make like a caramel. Out of my car, I might have something for you.
Oh, that'd be nice. Huh?
What's
Yeah.
on the car you got?
Can you tell us your
You got a
name?
name too?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Cheese.
It's a name too, George.
I don't
Yeah,
think
the
so.
other one,
Say what
old car I
your
had
name
was
is.
getting
Tell her
pretty
how old
bad.
you are.
She just got hurt, about 6 months ago.
July
Yeah.
last year.
You want to go see what Tom has for you?
You wanna go
Huh?
outside?
Come on out.
Okay.
Okay.
This is your line.